Success is probably one of the most elusive things in life, and it's something that I think everybody pursues to some level or another their entire life. And today, I want to have a casual talk about that. So today, when I'm talking about success, I want to talk about some deep and meaningful success, not just financial income. Even though that's important, you have to make money in life. You have people you have to support sometimes, all kinds of things like that. But the success I'm talking about is not necessarily financial gain. I know you're probably going to click off really quick, but please don't. Listen to this because I think it's bigger than what you think it is. I know for me, in my 20s, what I thought success would be in the future was not. It wasn't even close. When I got into my 30s, I saw life differently. I saw myself going a different direction. I wanted to do something different, and that has changed continually since then. I know, like I said, if those of you who follow me, I've been living a creative life my whole life, and when I was in my 20s, I was doing dancing, I was doing music production, I was trying to be a vocal performer, trying to make it. And then as I got into my 30s, I kind of was like, wow, this isn't quite what I want. It isn't fulfilling. And then I went on through into DJing and all kinds of stuff like that. And now I'm just a few years away from retirement, and I'm thinking, I want a different life than that. And I'm kind of glad I didn't go down that road. So today I want to talk about 3 things that I consider success, 3 things that I strive for when it comes to success. Number 1 is control over my time. Now, someone else might not think that's important, but for me to look at a Tuesday and say, hey, it's going to be a beautiful day out today, I'm going to go out to the park and do something, have that control to do those sorts of things. Or if I have to make an appointment to get my car worked on, or a doctor's appointment or whatever, that I can just make the appointment. That kind of stuff means so much to me, I can't even begin to tell you. So having a life that allows me to do that is successful. So that's one of the things that I think is successful. And the next one on that one is living the real me, is the best way I could say that. And the real me means I can have my own opinions. I can dress the way I want to dress. I don't have to fit someone else's mold. Early in my life, I definitely tried to fit molds. And I think when you're in an entertainment business, you kind of have to fit molds. And I did not want to do that. I don't feel comfortable with it. And now as I'm getting, like I said, towards retirement, that's all changed for me. That has completely changed, where I get to be me no matter what. So what you see here on the camera, what you see in real life, that's me. I'm not going to try to be something I'm not. And the third thing that I think is really important to me is, you have to make a living at something. So if I can make a living at doing something I want to do, if I can get paid for doing something I want to do, that's success. And again, it may not be as much as I used to make. I worked some day jobs in my life where I got paid very well in like corporate America and all those sorts of things. And this isn't that. I don't make that kind of money doing this. But I'm getting paid to do what I want to do. And that, I think, is a huge thing of success. Now, on the opposite end of that is the things that are not successful for me, things that I do not consider success, but are still part of some of the things that we all strive for. Now, one is money. Money should not be success. Money should be a measurement of the quality of work you put out. I do good work, someone wants to pay me for it. Someone has seen my work before, they want to hire me. It's that sort of thing, is that they want to pay me because I do a good job. I don't want to just take a job for the money. I want to take money for doing something I want to do. So success to me, shouldn't be the amount of money you make, but it's a measurement of the quality of work you can do. Now, this one I kind of want to pause on for a second, because this is one of the things that I think a lot of people miss. I 100% missed it when I was younger, is that success isn't a point you reach. As much as you might think, if I just do this, I'll be successful. If I just go to this, if I make this money, if I get hired for this, it's never that way. I heard a guy the other day talking about, being a baseball player and you're up to bat and you could strike out or hit a home run. But guess what? You go through that lineup again and you comes around, you get to swing again. You have to swing again. And your last hit or miss is still part of you moving forward. You're going to get up to bat again. And success is never a point you reach, but it is part of the journey. It is part of the whole thing. Like I said, I'm looking at my life. If I get to age well past retirement, I definitely want to keep getting up to bat. I want to keep creating. I want to keep making things like this, projects. I have another book I'm working on, all these things. I want to keep getting up to bat. It isn't the achievement of the one game or the one hit or the whatever. It's kind of everything, and that's what I want to do. And the final thing that I think is not success for me, and some people talk about like how busy they are. Busy's good because I think busy helps keep you mentally and physically engaged, and that really helps you in a lot of ways. But if you are doing what you're doing, but it doesn't feel like a grind, because people talk about the daily grind. If you're doing what you're doing and it doesn't feel like a grind, that's success. So the grind is not success for me. But if I'm grinding, but it doesn't feel like a grind, that's success. So those are the different ways that I think a person should look at success. I think it's a way that you can grow and reach and expand and ultimately take the journey from wherever you're at now, no matter if you're at the beginning in your 20s or you're, close to 60 like me. All of these things are part of the journey and past that. I watch a guy on YouTube, Old Mike, and Old Mike started his YouTube channel at 80 years old. So I look at that and go, if God has me alive that long, I've got more journey and I continually want to work and I kind of continually want to reevaluate what success is to me and all that stuff. So I want that to encourage you, and I hope that gives you a different view of success so that maybe that you can live your life with your definitions of success in a very fulfilling way, because if you're able to do that, there's so much more to life that way than just making money. Again, thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped. Until next time, take care and God bless.